everybody, hope you're all well. We've got it's about half an hour leg and booty workout today. Chair, yeah, if you've got one. If you've not, you can always hang on to the kitchen unit or something like that. But you will need something to hold on to just for that extra little bit of support. As always, do what you can. I was just going to get going. That's fine, put some music on. Each exercise, 45 seconds, 10-second rest. And we're just going to start by taking the feet to comfortable distance apart. We're going to come down into a small plie, lift your heels, stand up and take your heels back down onto the floor. So the abs pulled in nice and tight, keep your chest lifted. We're just going to take this at a reasonably slow pace today. Just focus on each movement. And if you're feeling quite balanced, you can always let go of your chair. Try not to lean on it too much though. Last one. So we're going to come and stand, resting your hands gently on the back of the chair, starting with your right leg. You're going to swing it across and swing it out. So we've got 45 seconds. And you're aiming to keep everything nice and still. And just work through swinging that leg through your hips. Try not to lift it too high and start to twist your body. Keep your body facing the same way. A quick check-in with your abs. Chest is lifted. Try not to lean forwards. And relax. Do exactly the same exercise on the other leg. So again, we want those abs in and the chest lifted so you're not sort of curling yourself forwards. Just swinging across and out to the side. And you're looking for a range of motion that is comfortable, it's not hurting your hips. If you have a clicky hip, try not to repeatedly keep clicking it. So you may need to make that movement a little bit smaller if you need to. Shake those legs out. So we're going to hold on to the chair with one hand. Heels are coming towards each other, toes are turned out. We're going to bend the knees, come up onto your balls of your feet, press your knees in and out. If you find yourself too wobbly, just bring your chair in front and hold on with both hands. So your force is going inwards and relaxing the knees backwards. Think about keeping those abs in. Tailbone is tucked under slightly so you're not overarching into your lower back, which will just give you backache. Back, facing the chair. And we need to be a comfortable distance apart with the knees bent so that you can rest your hands on to the seat, the back of the seat, sorry. And we're just going to tap in and out with the right leg. Staying low in your little chair squat. You can always take the hands off and do it without the hands. And you've got the chair there just in case you need it or you're feeling a little bit wobbly. this morning, this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're doing the video. Excellent. Stand up, give the legs a shake. Same exercise, opposite leg. So again, you want to be down in that little chair squat. Abs are engaged. Hold it on if you need to. And tapping in and out with your left leg. Let's keep that going for as long as you can. Excellent. So I'm going to have the chair in front of me, because this time when we tap out to the right, take it down into a squat, bring it back to the centre. We're going to do them all on the right leg and then all on the left. So take it out, bring it in. So when you're coming into your squat, you want your toes to face forwards, bottom goes back, and chest comes forwards. So when you're coming down into your squat, try and have your weight in your heels. As low as you can. Last one. Excellent. Shake your legs out. We're going to do the other side. Exactly the same again. Just going to stand slightly off centre this time, just holding on with one hand. I'm going to take this other leg out, into your squat, tap back to centre. The weight is in your heels, bottom goes back, chest comes forwards, and remember to keep your feet parallel. Put that back there. You don't need to keep moving your chair, this is just so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to have both hands on, taking the right leg back. I'm going to lift that foot off the floor and just pulse. And try not to over exaggerate that curve in your lower back. Keep your abs in and keep your chest lifted. You're not leaning on the chair too much, it's there just for that little bit of support if you need it. Don't lock out your supporting leg either. Keep this knee nice and soft. Excellent. Same again, other leg. Taking the foot back, engaging the abs. And we've just got a pulse and a lift. Try not to tilt your pelvis as well. Keep your hips facing your chair. You shouldn't be feeling any pain in your lower back. hurting across here, it means that you're lifting your hips back. So keep the hips tucked under. Keeping this knee soft as well. Excellent. Shaking the legs out. So we're going to hold on with one hand, and then the outside leg, which you cross your foot over, placing the tips of your toes on the floor. And we're going to lift the knee. You don't have to point your feet if you don't want to, especially if it gives you cramp in your toes. And if you're feeling wobbly, tap the floor between each one. Those abs are in, chest is lifted, so you're not curling forwards, giving yourself a sore back. Turning round, or just swap your chair to the side, exactly the same. On this leg, outer foot, just bring it across the body, concentrate on lifting through your knee. So you're looking to work these muscles on your inner thighs. We're not trying to lift too high. Be aware of that supporting knee, make sure you're not all locking it backwards, keep it soft. Excellent, and then relax. And then come and face the chair. This time, your foot is going to go behind. It's going to come off the floor if you can, and you're just going to lift it and pulse it backwards this time. So try not to include your hips in this. You don't want to be doing this with your hips. Your hips want to be nice and still. You're feeling the glutes engage as you press that lower leg back. So your knee, your shin, your calf, your ankle and your foot. Everything moves as one. Excellent. Shake that leg out. I'm going to repeat exactly the same on the other side. Taking the other leg behind, placing the toes on the floor, standing nice and tall, abs are in. Lift the foot, and just lift it, and lower it. And you're looking to find a speed as well that's comfortable. For this, if you want to go slower, go slower. You're happy to do it a little bit faster, that is also perfectly fine. But always try and think about the quality of your movements rather than the quantity. Those hips are facing the chair. Let's turn it back around to this side. So go back to this leg. Just take weight onto the other foot. Lift your knee roughly to about the height of your hips. I'm going to extend and bend it back in. starts to get a bit tired, just lower it down a bit. You can always do it a little bit lower. But the knee no higher than your hip joint. And relax that leg, let's change over. Exactly the same on this side. Off we go. Run below that knee if you need to. Sometimes you may just find it's creeping down anyway because your leg's getting tired. Just try and keep it as high as you can. Excellent. So we're going back to the other side, back onto this leg. So we're going to come down into our chair squat, 1 foot behind, and do 5 hydrant exercise. So this leg is coming out to the side. We're not lifting it up and moving the hips. The hips stay nice and still. And try and get most of your balance on your supporting leg. Chair's just there if you need it. You are keeping your supporting knee bent. Also try not to grip the floor with your toes. Excellent. Turning round. So we're going to come down into our chair squat. Having your supported leg towards the centre. Knees are together, and we're just going to go with this leg. And you may find one knee you can lift higher than the other. That's perfectly fine, but you don't want to be trying to lift it by moving through your hips. Don't forget your abs as well, keeping those nice and tight. Not long. Excellent. So I'm going to come and hang on to the seat of my chair this time. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. We've got alternate side lunges. Just make sure when you're coming into your side lunges that your feet don't slip. So you're going to go just left and right, keeping that as low as you can. Toes are parallel. Feet are parallel, toes face forwards. You can always take your hands onto the floor. Just mind you don't headbutt your chair seat. And if you're happy to, you can always take your hands onto your back. If you find your feet are slipping, just have a rest, walk your feet back in to a comfortable distance and then carry on. Back to centre, come up, walk your feet in. So we've got some step back lunges now. So we're going to start arm's length away. I'm going to step back, all on the right leg. Pay most attention to this front knee. When you step back, your knee needs to be either above your ankle or slightly back. Try not to step back and push your knee forwards. a lunge, we're not bringing the knee towards the floor. Excellent, give those legs a shake. 15-second rest, and we're doing exactly the same on this leg. So arms length away from your chair. And off we go. So all your attention is on this front knee, making any adjustments to the position of that foot that you need to, so that your knee is above or behind your ankle, never goes past. If you find it is going past, just adjust the position with this foot. Last one. Excellent. Right. So I'm going to have the chair here. I'm going to work with the right leg and the right arm. So you're going to lift the leg and then bring the knee to your arm. So lift your right leg and then bring elbow to knee. And a little bit too close to the wall. So if you have got limited space, just make sure every time that you take that right leg back, you're not kicking the wall. You're lifting the knee up as close to your elbow as you can. And you're not locking that supported knee. Last one. Excellent. Change the sides, I'm going to go forward a little bit more. So I'm not going to kick the wall this time. Supporting knees nice and soft. And we're going to lift that other leg. Lift and then bring your knee up towards your elbow. And try not to lean on your chair or whatever it is you're holding. Try not to rely on it too much. It's there if you're feeling a little bit off balance. Back to having the heels facing each other, toes out, coming down into that small plie with the heels up, and this time I want you to push your knees outwards. So we're going to push out, relax in, push out, relax in. And if you want to do that a bit faster, that's fine. You can make it more of a pulse, or you can make it singles. You can do a combination of singles, maybe 4 singles, pulsate. Entirely up to you. See how it feels on the balls of your feet. Again, don't forget your abs, your chest lifted. I just want to move on, so I've got to be strong. Excellent. So I'm going to hold on with one hand. The other foot is going to come outside, hand is going to go behind your head. And you're going to bring elbow to knee. So as the knee comes down towards your elbow, the other way around, your elbow comes down towards your knee, you're going to breathe out. And then breathe in as you come up. Again, make your range of motion a little bit smaller if you've got clicky hips. So it can always just come with the knee to hip height. onto your toes, hands behind your head, and let's go. So breathing out as the knee and elbow come together. Breathing in as you stand up. Don't forget, engage your abs. Keep your shoulders back. You don't want to be curling through your upper back, because you're going to give yourself a backache. Turn this round. Going to stand a comfortable distance away from your chair. Feet are hips width apart or slightly wider. Bring the outside arm up and just stretch it over. Let's take some nice big deep breaths. Lengthening through the side of your body. Keeping both feet nice and flat on your mat, or on the floor if you've not got a mat. Use that out breath to relax into each stretch. Gently come up, turning around or swapping your chair around, coming arm's length away from your chair, bring the other arm up, and over you go. Relaxing with the out breath, pressing both feet firmly down into the floor, just so you're not leaning over. You should be able to take your hand off and still hold it. So we're going to stay on this side. You're going to bring the inside leg forwards, bring your heel up, and we're going to bend this opposite leg, bottom back, chest forwards. Just come into a hamstring stretch. You should be able to feel that right down the back of this leg. To the front, make sure you're pulling your toes up as well. Take the toes down, roll through, come up, turning around, changing sides, standing a comfortable distance away, bending both of the knees, take the other heel forward, turn your toes up, bottom goes back, chest comes forwards. Looking to feel that nice stretch right down the back of this leg where you've got the foot forwards. The more you sit down, the bigger the stretch. Toes down, bend those legs and roll through. And we're going to turn the chair to the front. And you can either have your hands on the seat of the chair or on the back of the chair, it's entirely up to you. But we're going to come into a side lunge with the bottom back chest forwards, and you're looking for a stretch on the inner thighs. If you can't feel it, you can always come down into a ninja lunge. So you're on the ball of this foot and on the heel of this foot. Nice big stretch on your inner thigh. Try and keep your chest lifted. Use your chair for balance if you need it. Just put one hand on the floor, push back to centre. Just come back up to standing. We're going to do the other side. Inner thigh stretch for 45 seconds. So when you bend the other leg, bottom back chest forwards, you can hold it there, you can put the hand on the floor, or you can come right down to that ninja lunge. Resting your hands on your seat or on the floor wherever's comfortable. But try and drop there, your bottom as close to that heel as you can. So you're looking to feel it in the thighs. Just taking some nice deep breaths as well. Just cooling off. Stretching the muscles that we've used. Take that hand onto the floor. Push it back. Back to centre. And gently come up. Quad stretch. So you're going to hold on to your chair or your counter, whatever you're using. Grabbing hold of your heel, knees are together, and press your hips forwards. So you don't want to be stood in this position with your bottom sticking out, tailbone stuck, tucked under, knees are bent, press your hips forwards and stand up nice and straight. You want to be feeling the stretch in your quads. And if you can't quite hold on to your ankle, you can always hold on to your socks, back of your trousers. Sort of doing it from kind of this position instead. Excellent. Stretch that leg out, give it a shake. Got to stay here, we can do exactly the same on the other side. So again, if you can't grab hold of your foot, grab your ankles, socks, back of your trousers, supporting knees bent, bring your knees together first and then press your hips forwards. Try and keep your knees in line with each other and bring that heel as close to your bum as you can. We're looking to stay nice and tall at the same time. Last few seconds. Excellent. I'm just going to turn my chair around. Do a double hamstring stretch. So for this one, the hands can come onto the seat of your chair. But make sure your ankles are under your hips. And you can release this down as far as you want to. So you can have your forearms on the chair. You can hold down the legs, you can even bring your hands onto the floor. So make sure you can feel that right down the back of your legs. And your stretches should always feel comfortable, you should never be in any pain. So you can always come back up. Make the stretch less intense. And then we're going to bend the knees. Slowly roll it up. Come into stand nice and tall. Let's take a deep breath in. And blow it out through the mouth. Well done everybody, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.